Hey, Erin.
Yes.
I take it Bob is your dad?
Yes, sir.
Bob Herco, Erin Herco. You guys built this 750 Super Duty with a Viking 195.
180.
180, one of the earlier ones.
Yes.
Okay, all right, very good. Well, tell us a little bit about the airplane. We're sitting in it and it's running.
Well, it's my dad's retirement project. I haven't flown for probably close to 20 years, and he's flown more recently than me. You know, I've raised a couple kids.
Okay, yeah, that takes time.
Yeah, they're going off to college. He moved to town and retired, and he's always wanted to build his own plane, and he picked Super Duty. So we did it.
And you got it all configured with some nice stuff. You got a dynon in here.
Yes, he wanted to get his instrument rating, and thought he could do that in this.
Okay, yep.
And then building this, getting back into the air really motivated me to get back into flying. Started looking at jobs, couldn't believe at the job market right now, so I decided to try to get my ATP.
To try to fly for a living.
Yeah.
Okay, is that what you do?
No, right now I teach chemistry at a college.
Okay, very similar.
Very similar, right. But I used to fly, and I used to work the line in Gainesville. Flew skydivers for years.
Nice.
That's where I got most of my time.
So you have quite a bit of experience in medium to small airplanes.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's very nice. Appreciate you running it for us so we can get a little video. So Bob and Erin's airplane, they have the Zenith Super Duty 5-bladed variable pitch propeller with a manual controller, basically a switch. And they've got the radiator and cowling setup that we had on the Super Duty until we changed it to the little more streamlined setup. This cools really, really well, and it's a very good setup. Carbon fiber spinner. That's a beautiful thing from Duke. Very lightweight and nice. And these are the normal size tires, I take it, for the Super Duty.
Yes.
First thing I noticed as I walked up to the plane was something that I've always thought of, and they did a much better job at it. And see these door handles. Basically connect the two with a rod, so you don't have to lean forward. And it works really, really well. I just sat in the airplane and just did it. So I guess if you configure the hinge points right at the proper places, you can do this yourself. But I really like it. It's very nice and makes it more secure, because if you ever forgot this front latch, well, guess what? The door could maybe come open on you. Well, here's the other reason this is so cool with that rod between the two locks, is that when you close it from the outside, you automatically are also locking the front, and you don't take the chance of the front one like falling down and locking you out. And when you lock it, you lock both of them. So all in all, really a cool mod. And is this final paint?
No.
Okay.
I think we want to do a decal down the side.
Okay, it's to any
the cowling and the spinner.
Okay. Yep. And I see you added a little piece of metal here. I think different cowlings initially were different, and in order to, I imagine.
Yeah, we had to add a little.
You had to add to make it the way you wanted it, to have it forward like that. Okay.
We decided to polish that with the polished,
just like the slats are. Yep.
And the leading edges on the back.
Well, it sure turned out really good. This is actually the same kind of drop down as the original. This is the original Zenith Lycoming cowling with small changes. On the air-cooled engine, this is an exit for the air for the big Lycoming, and on this it is a inlet for a radiator. And then here is an inlet for the intercooler. And we just talked about how we're going to try for him to get, looks like he has plenty of inlet air, so maybe get
some exit air.
Yep, get some exit air for that, because right now it's basically we don't really have any exit air. So if we had really good exit air there from the back of that intercooler. We could drop that down and it would run more ignition timing and have even more power. So that's a tweak that could be done. Other than that, I don't see any problems with this plane. It's a beauty. And you just came down from Gainesville area just to pick up some parts?
Yeah, and just to do some flying.
And just to put some hours on the plane, yeah. Well, thanks for visiting.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it was really cool. And say hi to your dad.
Hey, Bob, Dad. Go Viking.
Go Viking.